You think you are free because you chose your career. You think you are driving the car because you have your hands on the wheel, but you never stop to look at who laid down the pavement. You are chasing a ghost. You wake up every single morning with a knot in your stomach, a vague sense of anxiety that screams you are not doing enough, not earning enough, and not climbing high enough. You look at your bank account and it is never a high enough number to silence the voice in your head. That is not ambition. That is an infection. The system designed a game that you are physiologically incapable of winning, and the prize is your own exhaustion. You have been sold a definition of success that functions exactly like a prison cell, but because the bars are made of gold and validation, you are too blinded by the shine to see the lock. You are running a race where the finish line is tied to your own forehead. You will never catch it. You are feeding the machine with your life force, and you call it hustling. It is time to wake up and see the bars. Let's get right into it. Number 7. The hedonic treadmill and the dopamine loop. You believe that the next promotion, the next car, or the next milestone will finally bring you peace. You tell yourself that once you hit 6 figures or 7 figures, or once you get that title of vice president, you will finally be able to exhale. This is the oldest lie in the book. It is a biological trick called the hedonic treadmill. Your brain is wired to normalize your circumstances. Remember when you were broke and you thought earning what you earn now would make you rich? You got there, and within 3 months, it felt normal. It felt like nothing. The Matrix relies on this adaptation. If you could actually be satisfied, the economy would collapse. The system requires you to be permanently dissatisfied. Think about the last time you bought something expensive. A new phone, a watch, a car. That rush of dopamine lasted maybe a week. Then it just became the phone you used to scroll through doom and gloom while sitting on the toilet. But the cost of that item? The hours of your life you traded to buy it? Those are gone forever. You are trading a finite resource, your time, for an infinite crave, dopamine. You are a junkie for the next level. The system keeps dangling the carrot and you keep running until your heart gives out. You are not ambitious. You are addicted to the promise of a future that never arrives. You are burning your current reality to fuel a fantasy. Number 6. The cult of toxic productivity. Society has convinced you that rest is a sin. If you are not grinding, you are failing. You listen to gurus who tell you to wake up at 4 in the morning, take ice showers, and optimize every second of your existence. You treat your body like a machine and your mind like software. You feel guilty when you sit on the couch. You feel anxious when you are not checking emails on the weekend. This is not discipline. This is slavery with better branding. The Matrix wants efficient workers, not happy humans. By convincing you that your worth is directly tied to your output, the system ensures you will squeeze every drop of value out of yourself for someone else's bottom line. You wear your burnout like a badge of honor. You brag about how little sleep you got. You talk about how busy you are as if it makes you important. Being busy does not make you important. It makes you unavailable to your own life. You are optimizing yourself for the benefit of the economy, not for your own soul. You are sharpening a pencil that is writing someone else's story. The harsh reality is that if you dropped dead at your desk tomorrow, your job posting would be online before your obituary. Your ambition to be the hardest worker in the room is just you digging your own grave faster than everyone else. Number 5. The status trap and social signaling. Why do you really want that corner office? Why do you really want the luxury brand? Is it because the leather feels better, or is it because you are terrified of being perceived as average? We live in a hierarchy that weaponizes your insecurity. The Matrix sells you status symbols to patch the holes in your self-esteem. You buy things you do not need, with money you do not have, to impress people you do not like. This is the definition of insanity. You are curating a life for an audience that is not watching. Everyone else is too busy worrying about their own image to care about yours. You are terrified of falling behind. You look at your peers on social media posting their highlight reels, and you feel inadequate. You feel like a failure because you are not vacationing in the Maldives or driving a G-Wagon. This comparison is the thief of your sanity. You are judging your blooper reel against their trailer. The ambition to keep up with the Joneses is a prison because the Joneses are drowning in debt and popping antidepressants just to get through the day. You are competing in a misery contest. The winner just gets a fancier tombstone. Real freedom is not caring where you stand in a hierarchy that is built on sand. Number 4. The Deferment of Living. The standard script of success tells you to sacrifice today for a better tomorrow. You work 80 hours a week now so you can relax when you are 65. You skip the family dinner, you miss the school play, you cancel the date night because you have to work. You tell yourself it is for them. You tell yourself you are building a legacy. This is a lie you tell yourself to numb the guilt. You are trading your prime years, your health, and your relationships for a retirement that is not guaranteed. You are banking on a future that might never happen. You are storing nuts for a winter that might not come, or worse, a winter where you are too broken to enjoy them. Look at the retirees around you. Are they hiking Everest? Are they living these grand adventures? No. Most of them are navigating the healthcare system and trying to remember what they used to be passionate about before they sold their souls to the corporation. You are putting your life on layaway. You are living in the waiting room. Ambition often blinds you to the fact that the only time you actually possess is right now. If you cannot find a way to be happy without the achievement, you will not be happy with it. The destination is a mirage. The journey is the only real thing, and you are spending the entire journey staring at a map instead of looking out the window. Number 3, the identity merger. This is one of the most dangerous traps. You have merged your human identity with your economic utility. When you meet someone new, what is the first question you ask? What do you do? We categorize human beings by their labor function. You have internalized this. You are not a person who happens to be an accountant or a lawyer or salesperson. You are that thing. Your entire sense of self-worth is pinned to your business card. This makes you incredibly fragile. If you lose your job, you do not just lose a paycheck. You lose yourself. You fall into a depression because you do not know who you are without the external validation of your career. The Matrix loves this. It makes you terrified of risk. It makes you obedient. You will swallow abuse, work unpaid overtime, and tolerate toxic environments because the alternative is an identity crisis. You have forgotten that you are a human being with value inherent to your existence, not your production. You are more than a line item on a spreadsheet, but you have forgotten how to feel like it. You have allowed your ambition to cannibalize your personality. You are a resume walking around in a suit. Number 2, the isolation of the summit. The higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. This is not just a cliché, it is a structural reality of the success matrix. To win the game as it is currently designed, you often have to cut off parts of your humanity. You have to prioritize business over connection. You have to be ruthless. You have to be transactional. You start viewing people not as friends or community, but as assets or liabilities. Can this person help me get to the next level? If not, they are a waste of time. You slowly curate a circle of people who are just as sick as you are. You surround yourself with other climbers and your relationships become superficial. You talk about business, markets, and assets. You stop having real conversations. You stop being vulnerable because vulnerability is weakness, and weakness gets you killed in the market. You wake up one day in your big house surrounded by nice things, and you realize you have no one to call who actually loves you for you. They love the winner. They love the provider. They love the connection. But they do not know the person. You have built a fortress to keep out failure, but you ended up locking out love. Ambition is often a solitary confinement cell that you build brick by brick. Number 1, the goalpost shift. This is the ultimate mechanism of control. The definition of success is fluid. It moves. The moment you achieve your goal, the matrix moves the goalpost. You wanted $1 million? Now you need 5 million to be safe. You wanted the director title? Now you need to be CEO. There is no number that satisfies the equation because the equation is broken. The hunger is not for the object. The hunger is the system's way of keeping you moving. You are like a greyhound chasing a mechanical rabbit. You are running at full speed, muscles tearing, lungs burning, fueled by the absolute certainty that if you just run a little faster, you will catch it. But the rabbit is designed to always be slightly faster than you. You will never catch it. And if you ever did, you wouldn't know what to do with it. You wouldn't eat it. It's metal and fake fur. That is your ambition. It is chasing a mechanical rabbit around a track while the owners of the track take bets on how long you will last before you collapse. The harsh reality is that you are enough right now. You do not need the accolades. You do not need the approval. You do not need the shiny objects to justify your existence on this rock. But realizing that is dangerous to the system. If you realized you were enough, you would stop buying. You would stop working yourself to death. You would stop obsessing over status. You would become free. And the Matrix cannot have that, so it feeds you the lie of ambition. It tells you that you are incomplete. It tells you that you are broken, and that success is the glue. It is not. Success is just a gold-plated cage. The door is unlocked, but you are too busy polishing the bars to notice. That's all for today. I will be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.